Hey YouTube fam, how are y'all? It's your girl ReXG back with another video. If you are new here, welcome, and if you've already been here, then thanks for watching. I want to give a huge shout out to my subscribers and to the people that have already been on my channel. You guys mean a lot to me, and I thank you for giving me feedback and just talking with me. I love giving a voice to child-free people, and I love talking about serious topics like this. So I'm not going to go in a certain order with this, but I'm going to make a new series called Unpopular Opinions. And basically it's going to be about certain things that basically gravitate towards being child-free. And a lot of people don't know these things about us. We know these things, but that's why I want to make this unpopular opinion video into a series, because there's so many things people have to understand about being child-free, or about knowing someone that's child-free, right? Like, we don't want to misunderstand or disrespect people around us. If you haven't already, please subscribe and then click that notification bell to get my posts as soon as I post them. Now, this is a disclaimer. Please keep in mind that these are opinions, but for most people, they are the truth. For people that are child-free, they're going to understand, and most of these are 98% facts for 98% child-free people. So if you can't relate, then I'm sorry. Also, if you're sensitive towards any topics about birth control, being child-free, not having any children, then I suggest you click off of this video and just go watch something else. I don't make my videos to offend people. I don't make my videos to attack anybody. Please be understanding that it's your choice to watch the video, and it's also your choice not to watch the video.
Don't ever change for anybody. Don't ever trade your soul. Don't even listen to him. He don't know nothing at all. Try not to get too involved, but really it's breaking my heart how you keep changing for him. Never forget who you are. Butterfly.
Number 1, being child-free is not the same as being a fence sitter. So basically, a fence sitter is someone that's like, they haven't decided if they wanted kids, or this could be someone that thinks they want kids, but it hasn't really like settled into their mind and their heart. They're kind of unsure about their decision. As for someone child-free, they actually know, like, they know for a fact they're not going to have any children. There is no being on the fence. There is no thinking about it. They just know. Like me, I was never a fence sitter. I knew since I was 13. I'm 24 now, but I knew at 13 that I was never going to be a parent. Around that time, I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was a freak of nature. And I thought that I was a failure, a disappointment, because everyone around me wanted kids or thought that everybody should have kids. And because I didn't, they made me feel like an outcast. So me not being a fence sitter made it worse, because like no one could pressure me, right? No one could change my mind. No one could make me think, oh, you know what? Maybe I should have them because you told me to. Like, no, I always knew that that wasn't going to be me, because the last thing I want is to bring a child here. And because I'm a fence sitter, I might either regret it or I might like it, but there's no guarantee. And that's why child-free people and fence sitters, they're not the same thing. A lot of people say, well, they're still child-free. That's not true, because there's a 97% chance they're going to change their mind. 97, 98. And in the other 3%, they might, or it might be the other way around. But either way, there's a possibility of them changing their mind. And if there's that little bit of possibility, they can easily change their mind. So if you're indecisive and you end up having them, think about it. Once you have the child, you're not going to be child-free anymore. You're going to have a child. So you can't really call yourself child-free if you're sitting on the fence. You can say you're considering being child-free, but you're not child-free. You can't call yourself that. You can even say you support child-free people, but you can't say that you are a child-free person. It just doesn't make any sense. The terms are not the same. Number 2, it's very normal to go to the extreme to not have kids. And what I mean by that is, it's normal to, not want something and go to the extreme to avoid getting that. Like, when people are germaphobes, right, and they don't like getting sick or anything, they're gonna always wash their hands, or they're gonna put on gloves in these weird situations, or they're gonna cover their face with a mask. They're gonna avoid big crowds, right? They're gonna do all that extra shit, all because they just simply don't want to get sick, rather than just being afraid of getting sick, or just not liking it, or just simply not liking germs, right? It's the same with people being child free. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for getting a vasectomy, or getting a hysterectomy, or your tubes tied, or anything like that, to prevent you from having babies. Because if they, just really just sit down and really think about it, if you truly don't want something, you're gonna try to avoid it at all costs. Like, I'm antisocial, right? I will talk to a group of people, but I can't be there for long. I'm going to go to the extreme to not be around a lot of people. I'm going to change my plans. I'm going to always switch up my schedule. I'm going to come at them individually. I would never just walk into a big crowd and just surround myself with a lot of people. I could never do that. And if I do, I have to, be charged, or I have to make sure I eat something, or I have to mentally prepare myself. But I'm going to go to the extreme to not go around that group, or not be around that group for too long. So don't let anyone make you feel like something's wrong with you because you went to the extreme. And by the extreme, I mean you nipped it in the bud, because there are people that say that they're child free and they're not even child free. And by that, I mean they don't even consider getting snipped. They don't even consider getting their tubes tied, or getting sterilized, or just even using birth control. And then a baby comes, they're like, oh, it happened. Like, no, didn't you say you were child free? So if you were really child free, you would have went to the extreme to prevent, that pregnancy from happening, or you would have prevented getting that person pregnant. So you can't really say you're child free. So it's normal to go to the extreme. Don't let anybody make you feel bad about that. Number 3, okay, this is going to make a lot of people upset. But I've noticed that most child-free people that I know are the happiest people. It makes me think, like, back then people said children bring happiness. They bring this glow to you. They bring this fulfillment. Then why do parents look like zombies most of the time? Why do they look like they've turned? Even the happy parents, they're like always anxious, always standing on their toes, just easily irritated. Some of them even have tempers. Like the smallest thing is really easy to piss them off. But child-free people are the happiest, I think, because they don't have the stress of raising a family. They don't have the stress of slaving away in the household, of taking care of other people. They're able to take care of themselves and their family and their community, because there's no kids involved. They're able to travel without any issue. They're able to have a love life. Even make friends without, because all those things are affected when you have children. You're not able to go around family all the time. You can't drop plans and go with friends when you have kids. And I've noticed that with child-free people, especially the couples, like not just the individuals like me, but like couples, they seem to be the happiest people. They have stronger marriages. They don't divorce. And if they do, there's no kids in the mix, so it's easy for them to separate. But they always seem to be the happiest people. And I've always found that weird, because it was drilled into my head that if you don't have kids, your partner's going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable. Why are these people so damn happy? Why do these people seem so content? Because that's what they wanted. Because kids isn't everyone's happiness. And I'm really glad that I woke up from that, because the last thing I want is to be so damn miserable that I want everyone around me to be miserable. And that's what it seems like with most parents. It's not like that for everybody, but that's what I've seen. I've yet to see a happy parent. And I don't mean sunshine and rainbows all the time. I mean, like, they're very content with their, choice. Because it seems they'll say stuff like, oh, I gotta do this and I gotta do that and blah, 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 all this complaining. And then they'll cover it up with, oh, but I love my life. I love my children. They're my whole world. You were just complaining. But with child-free people, they're like, we don't have any kids, and we're happy. It just stops right there, right? There is no but. But with parents, it's always a but. Like, I love my kids, but. I love being a mom, but. I haven't had any sleep, but. And with child-free people, it's just, I'm happy, I'm content. Why is that? I mean, you are taking on the role of a guardian, a mentor, a teacher, a caretaker for another human being for the rest of your life. You can't just pop babies out and not think about that. Why are child-free people the happiest people I've ever seen in my 24 years of living? It literally makes no sense to me. Like, I love to see it, but why did people try to convince me so much that parents are the happiest and child-free people are miserable? Because the math ain't mathing. Something doesn't make any sense here. You have to keep in mind that every child-free person is different. Okay? You have different personalities. You have different lifestyles. You have people that have gone through different things. So what one child-free person is thinking, another person might not think the same thing, or they might not feel the same thing. Like, you have child-free people that hate kids. You have child-free people that love kids. You have child-free people that love being single. And you have child-free people that prefer to have another child-free partner. Everyone's different. So please don't put us in a box. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't put other people in a box. We're all our own individual people. The only thing we have in common is that we don't want children one day. Okay? So let's not compare ourselves, and let's not put ourselves in a box. We're people. We're humans. We're allowed to be different. We're allowed to think a certain way. And we're allowed to broaden our knowledge without offending the next person. So let's be kind, and let's not be so ignorant when it comes to coming across other child-free people, because everyone is different. There's atheist child-free people. There's Christian, there's Muslim, black, white, Indian, Asian, female, male, transgender. Child-free people come in all sorts of forms. And we have to keep that in mind. So don't assume that, if someone doesn't look child-free, or if they don't act child-free, that they should or shouldn't have kids. Because being child-free is just simply a choice. That is it. It's not that deep. It's just a person. Doesn't matter who the person is or what they are. They're just simply opting out of parenthood. That is it. And to finish off with the last one, your thoughts and your feelings about being child-free are valid. Your thoughts and your choice are valid. What I mean by that is, no matter what reason you have for being child-free, it is valid. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you are afraid of children. I don't care if you have tocophobia and you're afraid of anything involving pregnancy. I don't care if you have emetophobia like me, or you don't like being sick, or just anything having to do with vomit and all that morning sickness stuff. I don't care. I don't care if you're lazy, and you know you're lazy, so you know that you wouldn't be a good parent, or you had a bad experience in the past, or you lost a baby and you just decided to accept the fact that you don't want to be a parent. Or maybe you can't have kids and you've accepted that you're infertile and that, you'll never have kids one day. I don't care what the reason is. It's valid. It's valid. Don't let anyone say, well, that's no big deal. You should still have kids anyway. No, I've said this a million times in my videos. If there's anything you want to do, you better do it. You better do it. And if you don't want to do it, you do not have to do it. Because I'm pretty sure whoever's watching this video is an adult. You are grown. You are grown. You can do whatever the hell you want to. If you want to change your mind and have kids, I can't tell you not to. Even though I don't understand why anybody would want them, especially in this day and age. But I can't sit there and tell you not to. But if you want to do it, make sure you want to do it. Make sure you want to do it. And if you don't, you don't. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. See, no one told me at 13, you shouldn't have kids. Or no one said anything to make me think, you know what, I'm not going to have kids. I just knew. My reasons to not have kids are valid. I don't even have to sit here and tell you why I'm child free. Whatever the reason may be is valid. Just as simple as that. You don't have to break it down for people. You don't have to try to dumbify anything. Your reason is valid. And the only reason why I say that is because why would someone be alive as long as they are and decide not to have children? Obviously, it's for a reason. But why would someone not have kids for no reason? Because even no reason is a reason, if that makes any sense. Please don't let anybody make you feel bad about your choice. Well, I don't want kids because you don't have to do that. And I'm not having kids because she said, no one cares what she said. No one cares what he said. If you don't want to do it, maybe you don't have to do it. Your reason is valid. If you guys have any thoughts about these opinions, please comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if you guys want, I actually have an Instagram. I'm going to put it in my description below. If you guys want to go and follow that. So give me a like and please subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.